Hello dear friends! Lately we've mostly been reviewing crossovers. They're very popular in China with many interesting and high-tech SUVs. But today we're reviewing the first flagship of the HEMA Corporation, the luxurious minivan Luxeed V9. What's so great about it? Let's find out. Let's go, friends! First, let's start with the exterior, its dimensions. It's 5,359 millimeters long. The width is 2,009 millimeters. The height is 1,859 millimeters. The wheelbase is 3,250 millimeters. Only the top version has matrix optics with the ability to project onto the road surface. There's a guideline that also shows us if we've turned on autopilot, it lights up in a turquoise color. Next, there's the front grille. Here, in the top configuration, is designed like this. If we take the top maximum version, well, there's a regular chrome mesh there. In my opinion, it looks kind of strange. Well, basically the new i9 also uses this chrome mesh. Again, note that we have a huge number of different sensors, ultrasonic sensors, LiDAR, advanced 896 lines that see everything on the road. Here, we can optionally choose 20-inch wheels, while the base has 19-inch wheels. By the way, note that here on the side there's also a camera, and accordingly these two sensors intersect so we don't have a blind spot. Therefore, in any situation when we use autopilot or open the door, the car sees everything around it. This is a 7-seater minivan, a sequential hybrid, where the internal combustion engine acts as a generator charging the battery. About the battery. The company KTL, the base version, has 37 kilowatt hours. If you take the more expensive versions, they have 53 and 4 kilowatt hours. The range is around 200 kilometers. Next is the maximum weight of the car. It also varies by version. 3,329 kilograms in the base version. And the maximum is 3,445 kilograms. Here we have two electric motors, all-wheel drive. But if you choose the most basic version, there's only one electric motor and rear-wheel drive. Next is the rear view. Note that here it looks like a crystal. It resembles the Mayaxtra S800 car. Especially in the evening, I think it looks very luxurious, very beautiful. And also note how we can open the trunk. Of course, with a button here, or with an app on the phone, or with the key fob. And they also made a button on the side. By pressing it, for example, when we're carrying suitcases, the trunk opens. And then we can load our things. Additionally, on the left side, I can also press a button to close the trunk. I think it's very convenient. So, about the trunk, we have 892 liters here, but if you fold everything, it's more than 2000 liters. The quality of the finish, the materials, we have a nice carpet, microfiber on top, faux leather here, and regular plastic here. There's a 220 volt outlet, and we can lower the air suspension, fold the third row, or move it. By the way, you can even move them forward, thus increasing the luggage space. Below, note that there is a large compartment also lined with carpet. Well done, I must say. On top there are such mounts and also lighting. And they also made these hooks for 3 kilograms. Again, you can hang some bags here or something else. There's fast copper charging from 20 to 80%, which can be replenished in just 15 minutes. Here we have automatic doors that can be opened just like on the i9 car, performing these tricks. Very high quality materials, door panel. Everything is covered inside this regular plastic. There's a box specifically, for example, to put away a phone or some small items, and the rest of the materials look natural wood. Everything is done excellently. Double glazing in the front, double glazing in the back, and in the back, by the way, they also tint. Very comfortable seats, moderately soft, and the cushion itself is not short, so a tall person can comfortably fit. The display is exactly the same updated one as on the i9 car. Press the brake, the door closes. Magnificent. The steering wheel also automatically adjusts. So 2 wireless chargers. Everything is also covered in leather. There's this kind of separation. There's ventilation. With this knob, we can either adjust the suspension or change the settings to select different driving modes. All of this can be customized to your liking. 2 cup holders, an armrest, and we can also access the refrigerator. Additionally, we have an oxygen generator. I think that's cool. In the new ATM9 it's optional, and here it's also likely optional. If you're going somewhere like the mountains and need more oxygen, just turn on this function and you'll have fresh air to breathe deeply. Awesome! Regarding the audio system, if I'm not mistaken, there are 35 speakers, excellent sound from Huawei. The sound is called Ultimate, usually written on the speakers. Then there's a separate panorama and a display on the ceiling. Here we can also open the second row doors. We can do it from here. We can also open the panorama from here. There's a camera. Instead of a mirror, we also have a display. And what I miss in my Nissan is a sunglasses holder. Second row seat. Very comfortable, pleasant. All the conveniences of heating, ventilation, massage, zero gravity are available. Here on the side I have cup holders, and they also made this kind of icon where we can input different information. If we're watching a movie, press here and the movie starts on the display, or if we turn on navigation, we bring it to this icon and the navigation transfers to the main display. It's Huawei's own multimedia ecosystem, and of course it's impressive. Additionally, you can optionally choose other seats, more comfortable ones. There are two huge sofas, airbags. If an accident happens, they inflate and completely envelop you. It's like a whole cocoon. That's really awesome again. Look, I'm showing how the cushions are made, how soft and comfortable they are. There are these kinds of rollers. The massage is certainly worthy. Everything, there's heating. Next, let's take a look. We have a table for 2 passengers. Here you can also place a phone, watch, for example, turn on cartoons for kids. And we also have a display on the ceiling, but let's first look at this, let's say phone tablet, with which we can fully control the entire car's multimedia, ventilation, navigation, and any other functions, heating, ventilation, massage. The picture is excellent, very good resolution, no lag at all. These kinds of mirrors, like we saw in the new Nissan, also with lighting. And the seats themselves, they can rotate either 180 degrees, 45 or 90 degrees. And conversely, when we just lean it here, it magnetically attaches and slides inside. With the push of a button, we have a refrigerator. But by the way, I noticed that in the new Lechon Levis, we can unscrew it and take it home to wash, but not here. Also, thanks to this camera, I can quickly close this door. Here you go. The same thing we saw in my extra cars, with a wave of the hand, the windows tint, and there's also a curtain. Again, very convenient, cool. Look at the windows themselves, see how wide they are. So in terms of soundproofing, there are no questions again. By the way, when I open the door, a camera also starts here, and accordingly I can see everything and exit safely. Oh, and by the way, the massage is not bad. Even these rollers, they rotate and massage well. Great, probably better than the Z-Core 9X. Better, yes. This is our usual comfortable position, and we can also enable zero gravity, the so-called zero gravity. The seat moves forward. Last time I came to this dealership, there was a Chinese guy, an older man, sleeping here. Now I understand why. So let's sit in this position behind myself in the third row. By the way, we have a flat floor here. Look, I still have 3.5 to 4 fingers of space at my feet. The third row, it's not just for show. It's very large, spacious, and comfortable for an adult. I can adjust the seat. There's a charging port and also heating. The window darkens. Here I have a hook, light, microphones for the voice assistant, and also climate control. A large panorama, great visibility. If we hold the button for 5 seconds, the door opens and the second row seat turns 45 degrees. It happens a bit slowly. First the seat moves, then it turns, and then, please, we sit down, press the button on top again, it turns, and we close the door. Everything is automatic. Beautiful! By the way, they made these buttons, 2 on top and also here on the side. There's also this big handle, all covered. Well, look, you can either do it this way or also have 2 seats turn around. You can set up a table here and talk, negotiate, sign a contract, or just have lunch. In general, we have such a luxurious office on wheels, I would say. I remember in the past, the best-selling minivan in China was the Buick. It held the first place, leading sales were very good, but today it's the Denso D9. In China, for the top maximum version, they charge 450,000 yuan. The next, let's say, higher league is, of course, either the Toyota Alphard or Lexus, which costs about 1 million yuan in China. Next, I would say Lixiang Mega. There, the suspension, I really like it. It just levitates over the road. The way it drives, it's like a fairy tale. The next technological minivan is the Zeekr Z09, and now we have a new flagship from the HIMA Corporation, the Luxeed V9, and in the near future they will also show us the most luxurious minivan from the HIMA Corporation. It's Maestro, if I'm not mistaken, called Maestro V800 in general, also such a large luxurious minivan, so there the weight will be about 3.7 tons, if I'm not mistaken. In general, we're waiting, and we'll definitely test it too. Of course, we have English language support here, we can change everything here. So 1, 2, 3, there's seat heating, steering wheel heating, first and second row ventilation, first and second row massage is also available. By the way, the massage is very good, right here in the boss's seat, just excellent, and also HEMA lounge. Or we can fold everything down, make a mattress, and we'll have a huge bed. That's really cool. The oxygen generator shows percentages. Well, our doors are of course open, and we're breathing fresh air. Yes, or if someone outside feels unwell, we can connect masks and let them breathe oxygen. There are no brakes at all, everything is very smooth. So this is top notch. Or if you have a phone from Huawei, you can mirror all the apps from your phone here on the screen. This feature is also available here. By the way, yes, if we want to open the glove compartment, we do it from the display. Everything is fully covered, everything is great. Again, you can lock it, set a password. We also have widgets here. Again, close all the doors. Or create a third window. Also other apps that we use most often. And besides, you can bring it here to the hotkeys. Look, we have a large mirror. We also adjust the warmth, the light. Please. So let's see what it's made of. Zinc galvanized. Fully galvanized, but the doors, front hood and rear trunk are aluminum. So friends, let's take a look. Here we have a feature to play sound outside. Let me turn it on and give the operator the camera. You can hear me perfectly. Closing all the windows. 95 full tank. Or if someone cut you off, I'll tell you who they are. I keep talking. And accordingly, the sound is also played inside the car. You can talk to yourself. Cool. So, friends, let me remind you that the company Luxeed is a joint product of Huawei and Chery. Today we'll see how it drives, its smoothness, comfort, how it handles all the bumps. Here we have a dual chamber air suspension in the front, double wishbone and multi-link in the back. Let's switch to a comfortable mode. Nice seating, right? It's quiet, calm. The internal combustion engine here is 1.5 liters, turbocharged, 156 horsepower. And here we'll also check the turning radius. The fact that the rear axle steers is of course a huge plus because the minivan is huge, very big. So, we have two electric motors, all-wheel drive, 520 horsepower, accelerating from 0 to 100 in 5.9 seconds. In principle, for a minivan, this is a very good indicator, especially since it's a sequential hybrid electric acceleration. The suspension here, how it works, from the first seconds I'll say it's very smooth, very soft. How the HIMA Corporation tunes their cars, I have no questions about it here. And also we have adjustable clearance here, by the way. In the maximum position it's 21 centimeters, in the average position about 19 centimeters. There's also a crab mode, and in some, let's say, alleys that they showed us at the presentation in Beijing where we can use it, it's very convenient. Here's a big speed bump, it handles it very smoothly. By the way, the brakes are very responsive, I liked it. Let's see if there are any tilts or rolls. Just a little bit, barely noticeable, practically none at all. Well, the range on one battery charge is 210 kilometers. This is according to the WLTC cycle, more realistic figures. A 60-liter fuel tank, and if we talk about the total range, full tank, full charge, we have a range of 1,230 kilometers. In reality, even if we take 1,000 kilometers, well, in principle, again, for a minivan, I think that's already good. I like the visibility, it's very good. Plus, we also have a display. In the evening, well, in principle, for a minivan, it's very convenient. And accordingly, when we turn on the turn signal, I see everything from the camera on the HUD projection display. Either Lexus or Toyota Alphard or the same Mercedes V-Class. I think it can quite compete with them. Mercedes, well, I think it's already last century. Well, listen, you can feel a bit of a sway on the highway. Let's switch to sport mode. In sport, yes, it's already noticeably more restrained. Well, at a speed of 95 kilometers per hour, let's check the noise insulation. 58 decibels at a speed of 99 kilometers per hour. The noise insulation is good. Yes, I like it. By the way, about the battery here, they give an 8-year or 160,000 kilometers warranty in China, because I remember some manufacturers give a lifetime warranty, but here it's 8 years or 160,000 kilometers. Well, the company cartel is still such a giant. In general, safety is again, well, and the company Chery, it's their top priority. The turning radius, of course, is excellent, only 5.3 meters. So, about safety. They showed us crash tests where they drove at a speed of 110 kilometers per hour and hit from the front, rear and side. The impact was very powerful. The result, as you can see, is excellent. The door still open, the pillars did not deform. After the crash test, they removed the battery and placed it in a water tank for 24 hours. The sealing test was passed. Then they showed us a winter test where one half drives on ice, the other on snow. Stability and torque distribution, the minivan does not skid. Moreover, if you turn on the off-road mode, the minivan can also drive through difficult road sections. Then there's the ride smoothness test, how the chassis performed on gravel or over speed bumps. They drove through potholes, and the ADS system adjusts the suspension to the road surface in real time within milliseconds. It can even see objects up to 14 centimeters. The suspension can adjust to the road surface in milliseconds and handle it very competently. And the maximum speed here is 190 kilometers per hour. Well, in principle, we all know that the DVS generator is more than 140. In principle, all its power is already, well, here maybe up to 150, depending on how it's tuned. At 150 kilometers per hour, it will no longer have enough power to charge the battery. In principle, the battery is not small, so even on long distances, you can recharge somewhere without problems and continue driving fast. But what I don't like, of course, is how the regular HEMA corporation does it, these paid options. If you take the purple color, well, it's basically beautiful, looks nice. Pay extra. If you take the interior, there's also a purple color, also a paid option. The base wheels are 19, if you want 20, pay extra. Then there are more comfortable seats with cushions that envelop you, also a paid option. Well, if we choose all the paid options, of course, the total comes to $83,000. Well, the torsional rigidity of the body, there are no official figures yet, but the approximate value is more than 40,000 Newton meters per degree. Therefore, in principle, it's already at the level of the Mercedes S-Class. Speakers in the headrests. The car drives itself according to the set navigation. Well, the autopilot, of course, is still a leader in the Chinese market. Well, you know it all very well yourself. We've talked about this many times, shown and filmed it. It continues to drive fully. Let's see how it turns around on its own. Here I sit calmly, confidently. There's no need to worry. I calmly took my foot off the brake and that's it. Turned on the blinker, it's driving itself. Well, that's cool. Okay, let's let it turn around on its own and then we'll take control. Listen, it immediately switched to the first lane. Excellent. By the way, the suspension here is almost entirely aluminum. Still, one of the main features of this car is its chassis, I think. The way it drives, the way it feels on the road, and the smoothness of the ride is excellent. The HUD projection display, you can see for yourself that it's really cool here. The picture quality is magnificent. And the interior itself, of course, looks luxurious too. The visibility, by the way, is very good. The brakes, the responsiveness is very good. Just a slight press and you can feel it, so you need to get used to them at first, but it's cool. By the way, my headlights here are also matrix. It's getting dark outside and it's drawing a line on the road for me. It's not that dark outside yet, but I can already see that the headlights are drawing a line. I don't know if it's visible on camera. The car is seen coming out from the side and it informs me about it again. The car's safety is good. So friends, that's basically it. Thanks to everyone who watched this video to the end. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, more to come. See you. Bye.